Michigan Magazine is kept on the road by our many Michigan friends. Thunder Bay Resort, a destination for all seasons with special events and packages. Thunder Bay Resort in Hillman. Cops and Donuts Bakery, downtown Clare, a winning combination. Cops and Donuts. This week on Michigan Magazine, we continue our story of a husband and wife leaving the city to begin anew in northern Michigan. Last week, we brought you the story of Misty Berry, who opened up a bakery cafe in northern Michigan right across the street from her husband's brand new chiropractic office. Today, we talk to husband Dr. Gregory Thornton, who gives us the lowdown on how it feels to open up a new practice in northern Michigan, starting on life anew in the country. But first, we visit the Quilters of St. Bridget's in Midland. This Michigan Magazine classic from our archives spotlights the heartfelt story of how this nonprofit organization of both men and women unselfishly create and donate beautiful hand-stitched quilts to children afflicted with cancer and AIDS. Stay with us. It's all coming up on this edition of Michigan Magazine. Something special's cooking, hot and delicious. Indulge yourself at Morning at Maggie's in Bay City. Omelets, frittatas, hotcakes, and more. Make every day special with a stop at Morning at Maggie's for breakfast or lunch on Saginaw in Bay City. Luzerne Express Campground is the premier campground with everything to make your northern adventure complete. Modern and rustic campsites, equestrian campers welcome, a huge market with bakery and deli, nearby RV, hiking, and horse trails, along with a complete canoe, raft, and kayak rental. Visit us online, then call for more information and reserve your spot today.
They're quilters with heart. St. Bridget's Quiltmakers of Midland, Michigan. Quilters, both men and women, coming together once a week to fill the need of children suffering from AIDS and other terminal illnesses. Volunteers of all ages meet once a week at St. Bridget's, designing and sewing hundreds of quilts each year. Even some that can't make it to the once-a-week meeting do what they can from their homes. On this edition of Michigan Magazine, we attend one of their work sessions, which just happened to be their once-a-month work session and potluck luncheon. Here we talk with Judy Harris, one of the founding members of the quilting organization, who tells us of the group's inspiring beginnings many years ago.
We are starting our 10th year, and sometime this year we are going to make and give away number 6,000 quilt in 9 years. And we started about 10 years ago with a group of 5 ladies. We had a bazaar for 20 years, and it got to be a big job with a small amount of women working. And so we were at the Midland Community Center, and there was a little ad in the newspaper, and it says, "Come and make baby quilts for sick and needy babies." And this was a one-day workshop. So I went down there and found out that these quilts were very much needed by babies and children in hospitals. So I brought the idea back to my ladies here at St. Bridget's. and they love the idea. We had fabric left over from our bazaar, and we started making them into 6-inch squares, and here is one that you can see. Started giving them away, and the idea just mushroomed.
Kind of really started to snowball.
It snowballed, and then we had other ladies from different churches heard about what we were doing by giving away these quilts and what they were used for. And we, in the beginning, were sending a lot of these to AIDS babies, because AIDS babies have night sweats, and in the night they get wet, whereas if they were covered with a quilt with a flannel backing, they were kept warm all night long. So this is how we originally started. And from making quilts for babies with AIDS, we just branched out. We saw in the Parade magazine of the Daily News that quilts were needed by Project Linus for babies that were hospitalized with cancer and trauma of all kinds. And so we started donating to Project Linus. And it's just mushroomed.
What a wonderful thing. And they grow attached. The kids really...
Yes, they do. Yes.
Security blanket.
It is a security blanket, and that's why Project Linus is using these, because Linus always has a security blanket with him in the comic strip.
And the materials that you get here, now this is a completely volunteer, non-profit. So what monies and what, the materials come in from what?
We buy most of our material. We do get some fabric donated, very few. But St. Bridget's Christian Service gives us $500 a year. Blessed Sacrament Christian Service, another Catholic church in town, gives us $1,000 a year. The Kawasi Kiwanis makes a donation, the Midland Rotary gives us a donation, and we take that money and then we buy the materials on sale. I mean,
all new material, though.
All brand new materials on sale. The batting that we use for the middle, we buy on sale, and a 30-yard roll of this will last one Tuesday morning.
Oh, good Lord.
So when we buy this like 6 or 8 rolls at a time. And then twice a year, we also were making quilts to sell at the Midland Mall, and that's where we met you.
That's right. That's where we came together.
You bought one of our quilts that we had for sale. And the monies that we use for selling our quilts, we turn around and buy more materials. Now, a year ago, last November, we had 26 cents in our treasury.
Oh, my. Wonder where the next time was going to come from.
We didn't know, but we still kept on working. And we still kept on making it, and it came in $10, $50 at a time, and so we continue.
Well, certainly it's a worthwhile project. I tell you, just a pleasure to come down here and meet you, or to meet you for the second time, to talk, and we'll meet some of your folks here that have come in here that do the quilting. How many do you have in your organization right now, Judy?
The average is 10, 12, 14. It depends on the weather. In the wintertime, it's harder for some of the ladies that are older to come down here because of the weather. Sometimes we'll have as many as 20. It varies from 12 to 20.
And these folks that come down here, it's what, camaraderie for them. It's doing something that is worthwhile in life, and their ages. Now, you was telling me the lady that works on this particular, the seat that you're setting in is 91.
Yeah, she's our oldest. We have a few in the 60s, but most of them are in their 70s and 80s. We have a man that's 85 that makes us quilt tops. He does a beautiful job. We have another man that knits Afghans. Besides quilts, we do a little bit larger than these for lap robes for people in dialysis. We have some heartwarming stories from people that are very poor in the Detroit area, that when they have dialysis 3 times a week, they're in the chair 3 hours and they're cold because the blood comes back. It's cold. So we started making them for dialysis in different parts of Michigan. We also have a group, Homer Methodist ladies, that knit Afghans for us from donated yarn.
Now, you were saying something about, what's these other little...
Pillow pals.
Pillow pals.
And then we have a lady from our group, her name is Elaine Harris, who has an 8-year-old granddaughter that calls her up and says, "Grandma, can I come over and sew?" So Elaine has taught Afia how to sew, and she makes these pillow pals. And then a store in Bay City, Creative for Caring, we get these little stuffed animals and we stuff them in the pillows. And
they come out, though.
Yes. Yeah. And these are given to women's shelters and children in hospitals to have as their own pillow pal.
Isn't that nice? Isn't that great?
Althea is 8, and she is just a delight.
Judy, tell us a bit about this poster.
We got a telephone call from Jean Cyan, who was going down to Ann Arbor with her husband Tom for cancer treatment. And she told us about the children in pediatric oncology at CS Mott. These are children that just come in for treatment and they go home. It's like outpatient. And she said how much they would appreciate having a homemade quilt. So 3 different times we sent 10 quilts down, and these are some of the children that got a quilt. And the letter that we got from the nurse says that when the quilts come down, the children who are there, they each get to pick their own.
Oh, isn't that nice?
And then how much it meant to eat for them to have a quilt for warmth and comfort.
That is great. It's a worthwhile cause. But most of the ones that you donate to, these are children who are
hospitalized
diagnosed with
cancer,
terminal cancer.
And burn units. The Kalamazoo burn units is another one that gets them. Many pediatric groups and hospitals. It's everywhere.
Who we got here?
I'm Bee Grostefan.
Hi, Bee.
Pleased to
Glad to meet you. And?
I'm Linda Grostefan.
Hi, Linda. And you ladies are doing what?
Going to put some quilts together right shortly.
Okay, but you're unraveling what? So what kind of material are we working with right here right now?
This is batting.
The batting.
Goes on the inside of the quilts.
Okay, so everybody has their job here, don't they? They all have their own. Okay, they have their own little station. And yours is to unroll this and to get it ready for the folks out there, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so let's take a walk over here and meet some of your fine folks here.
This is Helen Ladd.
Hi, Helen. Helen Ladd. Well, I've got a nephew by the last name Ladd.
Is that so?
Yeah.
And she's 84 years young.
84 years young. My goodness. And what is it you're doing here?
Well, I'm stitching this, tying this together so that the back stays to the front.
I see. So this is what they call what? Tying?
Tying.
Okay. Now, this is the next phase over here, Judy?
Yes. Her name is Evelyn Fagley.
Evelyn Bagley? Hi. How are you, Evelyn? That was my mother's name, was Evelyn.
Oh, really?
Nice name. And?
Mary.
Hi, Mary.
Nice to meet you.
Glad to meet you, by golly. Now, from there to this table, you're doing what, Evelyn?
Edging.
Etching?
Edging.
Edging, okay.
And the edges over in the corners.
Okay.
And get it ready for the person that sews.
This is Eleanor Payne.
Hello, Eleanor. I see you got your hands busy. Nice to see you. Nice to meet you. Now, what have we got over here?
This is Elaine Harris.
Ah, hi, Elaine.
No
How are
relation
you?
to Judy, but good friend.
Nice to meet you.
Thank you.
This is really quite unique. It looks to me like it's been handwritten, or
The kids did it at Adams School, where my granddaughter goes. She helps me an awful lot make the pillows. The principal signed it way down in the corner. And
Dolores Rudy.
Hi, Dolores. How are you?
Fine, thank you.
Great. And this is a project you're working on?
No, well, I'm just threading needles
Threading.
for Rose, who is
91.
And who do we have over here? Another Evelyn?
Yes.
Well, hi, Evelyn.
Hi.
That's a real popular name here.
Yeah,
And how are you?
I'm doing fine.
And you're tagging on, looks to me like a label or something.
Yes, I'm doing the finishing touch.
We have Karen over here.
Karen, nice to see you.
well, good to see you too.
By golly. And what is it that Karen is doing here?
Well, I'm sewing on the binding.
Judy Harris, it has been a pleasure for this guy to come down here and to meet your folks here and what you're doing for needy people is to be commended. And we thank you so much for being part of Michigan Magazine, and we wish you years of success.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Del, for
All
coming
right.
down.
Michigan Magazine is being brought to you in part by... Well, know that experience is never complete without a stop at the historic Ma Dieters of Luzerne. Enjoy the ambiance inside or outside on the huge patio area. Order from the complete menu with entrees served hot, fresh, and good. Come experience Ma Dieters in the heart of God's country, Luzerne, Michigan. Hale Hardware, your do-it-center in Hale, Michigan. Much more than a regular hardware store, providing everything you need for whatever your project is, along with a knowledgeable sales staff to get her done. Serving Northern Michigan since 1946. Hale Hardware, south of M65 at Ainsley in Hale. Rose Valley Winery on Beechwood Road in Rose City. See what thousands are raving about, creating a delicious variety of award-winning Michigan wines. Stop by and taste for yourself. The taste of Michigan is yours at Rose Valley Winery. From the busyness of a Detroit suburb, Fraser, Michigan, this husband and wife team, Misty Berry and Gregory Thornton, moved into the sparsely populated northeastern Lower Michigan community of Luzerne. With them, they brought dreams and an ingrained work ethic that would lead them into putting roots deep into the local environment. The two quickly turned a place that they came to only on vacation into a true home. They found the area receptive to new business, and with local encouragement, Misty and Gregory opened up for business, not one, but two businesses. Misty, a bake shop cafe, and Dr. Gregory, just down the block across the street, put out his Doctor of Chiropractic shingle. On an earlier edition, we visited with Misty at Sweet Misty Sweets, where her assimilation as a local was amazingly quick. Quite effortlessly, she not only found herself deep into the baking of goodies, catering to locals, and welcoming vacationers, but she and Gregory also found time to become involved as volunteers at the fire department, special school, and endless community events. On this edition, we cross the street to visit with Dr. Gregory to find out more about his practice and love of the Luzerne area, where just under 3,000 souls make their home. Well, Luzerne is kind of an out-of-the-way place. It's a nice God's country. I mean, beautiful woods around us. How in the world did you decide to, put stakes into this piece of the wilderness?
Well, we have been coming up for years, vacationing up here, and I just fell in love with the area, with people up through here, and realized that I would rather be up here. So we talked and made the transition a little over a year ago, and it's been great since.
Yeah, you're a busy person, Alex.
Well, at practice, we get to see a lot of different, more challenging type of cases up through here, which has been really good for me. I get to see everything from little kids to senior citizens and anything in between. I get to do a lot of sports related stuff. I am volunteering. This is my second year over at the Mayo High School for the football team. I go over there once a week and work on them, trying to keep them up and going.
So when you come into Luzerne, you are involved in everything pretty much. I mean,
pretty much, yes.
Pretty much a hometown community.
Yeah, and that's one of the things that I loved about here, and one of the big reasons of moving up is that more hometowny-ish atmosphere, and besides a beautiful area.
Great. Now, you're not originally from this area. This is a new office that you just opened up, which we appreciate you making, staking out a part of northern Michigan, which we really sorely need.
We moved up from Fraser, Michigan, in which I was down there for 15 years, my own practice down there before coming up here.
Okay. Now, I see in your description it's chiropractic and nutrition. Those play hand in hand. Is that it?
Yes, I found that really works well together. If you're going to try to heal someone up, you need a balance from all different directions to do that, to at least run as optimal health as you could.
We're going to learn a little bit more about chiropractic in just a moment, but this building has got a lot of character. As I came in the door, the floors squeaked. That is quite the ambiance you've got here. What was this building before you renovated it?
The building was a mini-mart for many years, and then it became a appliance repair place.
Oh my.
That was here just for a short period of time. And then it sat for a while.
And then you saw it and you fell in love with it, and then a little elbow grease and determination.
Yes, I saw the floors, absolutely love those. The wood ceiling, the open space, just the old character to it.
Oh boy.
These floors can talk.
Oh boy, and they do in their own way, don't they?
Yes, they do. They squeak each day.
Now tell us a little bit about the world of chiropractic. People come in and they see you and they see the equipment and they think, oh my, what am I getting into? Now, this is an age-old profession, isn't it? I mean...
Yes, yeah, well over 100 years old, and actually a lot of the concepts date even way back before that. The idea is to try to enhance the body so it can heal itself, since that's truly the only healing power.
Open up the avenues.
And try to get the right environment so you can do that.
Okay.
And get people basically functioning as well as you could be.
Okay, well, Dr. Greg, let's go into one of these scary rooms and, and kind of relieve my anxiety when I come in this room. What's this all about? I mean, this is your typical treatment room, right?
Yes, so this is a typical table that we'd be working on people with. And the idea is, well, it's just designed so we can get a lot of things to free up. In the spine, there's a lot of sensory, a lot of irritation, a lot of areas that can get locked up and alter health in a negative way. So we'll go through there, try to find out where things are at, along with also the other joints too. The knees, I see a lot of ankle injuries. A lot of people up here are lot of physical labor, so it's really kind of nice to be able to get things back in place so they can go out and keep doing their job.
Right. So you are really, truly a hands-on doctor.
Yes, everything is. I don't like to use a lot of the instrument type stuff in the field.
A big thanks to Dr. Gregory and Misty for taking that step and following their dreams and letting us tell their story that might indeed stir and inspire the adventurous to check out the sometimes hidden business opportunities along Michigan's back roads. Shopping for that special person just got easier when you shop at Rose City Drug at 2640 North M33, just south of the Rose City city limits. You'll find gifts for everyone on your list from 1 to 100. Shop online or in person at Rose City Drug, Rose City. Experience the beauty, artistry, and taste of Northern Michigan. Come to Amish Country Natural Products on Mount Tom Road, north of Mile, just off M33. From arts and crafts to fresh foods and vegetables, all natural, all local, all good. Stop by and get acquainted with Amish Country Natural Products, 1454 North Mount Tom Road, Mile. Thanks for joining us this week. Hey, we're getting ready to film our first Uncle Cliff's Kitchen Cook Show at a Saginaw location. If you want to be a part of our audience, let us know now via email or write us. We have a limited number of free tickets available. It's going to be a blast. And that's today's phrase of the week. Uncle Cliff's Kitchen comes to Saginaw. Send the phrase to us at the address below. A chance to win some great Michigan prizes. Have a great week, and we'll see you on the next edition of Michigan Magazine. We'd like to thank all those that help keep Michigan Magazine on the road. Thunder Bay Resort, a destination for all seasons with special events and packages. The Michigan-made rebounding mailbox pole. Never again worry about the winter snowplow taking out your mailbox with this ingenious rebounding pole. Your mailbox takes a hit and keeps coming back year after year. Call now or visit their website, toughmailboxes.com. Quiltmakers Sales and Service on Mapes Road, west of Mile, your complete recreational vehicle sales and service connection. Visit their beautiful showroom of new and pre-owned ATVs, lawnmowers, power equipment, snowmobiles, utility vehicles, and more. Quiltmakers Sales and Service is also the home of the American-made Victory motorcycle line on display at Quiltmakers on Mapes Road, Mile.